Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Industries of Titan Revisited after quite a long time. Okay, so on the previous episode, what we managed to do, in case you have not seen them, is that we were able to build a command center in the middle of a rebel base. So now what I'm gonna be trying to do is start dismantling all these structures once I claim them. So we have, for example, rebel shipyard, we're gonna claim the turret, we're gonna claim the rebel camps, and this way we are reducing the number of these. And the funniest thing was that because I built the command center here on the previous episode, we had a sudden spike in our, how should I call this, threat level from the rebels. So since I did this invasive move and I have claimed the rebel HQ, we actually had an additional attack. So we still need to repair our own HQ and in order to actually survive, and also hopefully be able to build up some other defenses. But the thing to keep in mind is that right now my eyesight is set up on this land. You can see that there is way too much mineral deposit for me to ignore, and currently we also have the infrastructure. So we do have the transport hub, and the trucks are able to carry stuff from the storage facilities to the smokestack, which is the only way why we are currently sitting at 1,000 trash instead of 1 point something thousand. So they are burning this effectively, and that is creating pollution in this region. However, we don't have like housing or something like that in this location, so that should not affect any of our population. However, my goal is to try and increase the overall population on this episode. So hopefully by us being able to acquire these structures from the enemy and being able to disassemble them, I'm hoping that that is gonna allow us to acquire resources out of these buildings, and hopefully we're gonna be able to go into our factory and create even more employees, because currently we have, well, quite a lot of them being set up to perform certain tasks. So we have, for example, 2 employees in the smokestack. We have 1 person here in the fuel turbine, because this region is heavily saturated with the xanthane, and this is the gas which is then turned into fuel, which we can turn into energy. So our energy plant is also using 1 person, so that's already 4 people that we are losing. So that leaves us with only 10 workers. And I literally hate the fact that you need to actually store the minerals or waste or isotopes in order to actually have them as a resource. If they are like here, they are not yet accounted for, so that is gonna still take a while to be done. We're gonna be claiming all of this. We're gonna be claiming this turret once we have sufficient quantity of influence, and hopefully in the meantime enemy will not send over a ship from like this location or this location. So far they have been coming thankfully from here, where we do have our defensive turret set up, but we're gonna have to work out something regarding that. Now we are missing an isotope in order to actually increase our HQ to a higher level, which would be extremely helpful. But like I said, first I want to see if we actually get some resources out of this. I might have to switch around the priority for this. Thankfully, the transport hub does not actually require any people to be working here. And the waste from the storage facility over here is being successfully transferred also from here. So we should be a-okay when it comes to burning through our trash. And I'm really hoping we're going to be able to bring in more people. they would have isotopes, but I'm looking more for like a larger investment. And also what I would love to see is being able to finally acquire residential building, but for that we require 200 minerals. And as I have mentioned plenty of times, the game has undergone a lot of changes, and this has caused having certain shortages of resources being an actual thing to keep in mind. So the starting area will only get you so far. If you do not start to expand, you are definitely gonna be screwed. Like, for example, we have been sitting on this ruined monument for God knows how long right now. And this thing consumes 24 points of energy, but also requires 400 pieces of minerals and 36 isotopes. The funniest thing is that in order for us to build a defensive turret, we also need 400 minerals, and I'm not even sure where to build right now another turret. We have a long line of energy that is being in this grid. However, if we were to lose, for example, this energy pylon 3 or 4, we are totally screwed because we are losing control over all of this. So that would be extremely bad for us, and even this defensive turret over here is not going to be able to do the work forever. We do have only 3 more camps to deal with, which is great, but yeah, I'm still a little nervous when it comes to trying to defend everything. I really want to break apart this rebel turret, and hopefully if we would get 400 resources out of that, I would be just so ecstatic. We are gonna have to upgrade this storage facility. Problem is, currently we are not sitting on that many isotopes, which is kind of weird, all things considered. We cannot claim this because it's out of range, but we do have this, which is in range. But I really want to claim this, and then we have also this isotope deposit, which can be claimed as well. So let's claim the turret, because that is the most dangerous thing right now in here. And we're gonna dismantle it. So my hopes are that this is gonna work out, and I'm looking for 6 people. And I need to find a place for additional population so we can start making more money. So I'm gonna need a residential structure and an office structure. Problem is, this is gonna require 400 minerals. Isotopes, we should manage. I will also upgrade this sucker. This will cost us 27. This will cost us, and we should prioritize upgrading right now this. 36. You know what, let's go for it. This way we're gonna be able to store everything which is from all these buildings here. We will need to build a command center so that this entire area is close, and it looks like there might be an isotope mine over here. Seriously, looks like something weird. So we're gonna have to play around with all of that, and I really need to make sure that we increase that population quite dramatically, so that we have even the credits to be able to purchase things, or just have higher population and just have more employees to work with, because these guys are working their asses off trying to move everything around, but they have high limitations as to what they can do. So I cannot expect them to literally move the mountains on my behalf. They are falling behind with so many tasks. There are isotopes literally all over the floor, and as I said before, they are moved inside. It's not gonna allow us to do anything. So we can put down the HQ to be upgraded. It doesn't seem like we are able to get the defense turret up to even a higher tier. And right now they should not be even able to enter the HQ to go into the monetary station. How's this looking? 12, I would love to put down another conversion capsule. Maybe if I put it like here. That should get us up to 16 and 10 citizens. But seriously, if we would be able to build the residential, that would be great. That would help us do a whole lot more. But also we need to keep in mind the energy. Damn it, this is gonna be problematic. Unless we need to upgrade our fuel required, 18 out of 24. The fuel turbine which we have would be still able to do this. If we do this, we have zero energy. We have no energy stored right now. That's really bad. Why do I not have a single energy depot? We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to build a battery. Because if I do not have energy stored, that's gonna be problematic. Also, if we try to upgrade the fuel turbine, we're gonna only be able to utilize the stored fuel, and I am not that keen on storing fuel. It's highly volatile and it can explode, so there is that to be considered. So we need to break apart this entire thing. Whoa. City employee management, 14 till 21. What? How's that even possible? What did we... Oh, because we did upgrade the HQ? Seriously? Okay, then. Let's start. And this is gonna increase the amount of salary which we need to pay, which is why we need to also make sure to accommodate more citizens and have the office accessible to us. I also need to go ahead and try to get some credits here in order to pay for the salaries. 17. I would love to get one more. One more. Cannot convert, cannot. Yeah, failed to pay employees, that's why we aren't able to do that. So unless we have the credits, we are gonna be royally screwed. So hopefully with the additional couple of people, we're gonna be able to turn things around. Are we able to start storing fuel for it? Energy in the battery. Awesome, so that's working for me. I need to get at least somewhat somewhere in order for me to upgrade this. Unless I would want to spend, of course, more minerals, but then we would again get into the same kerfuffle that we are currently at. Okay, Rebel Shipyard. The problem is I see these buildings being broken down, but we are simply not getting any resources out of them. I'm not ecstatic about that. I really need to build a command center somewhere around here in order to tap into all these rich deposits. 111, 36, 143. This thing has only waste inside. We have to keep an eye out on the rebel threat as well. So that's still an issue. I think even at one point, if you upgrade your HQ even better, there should be like a gun at the top, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I haven't played this thing in years, so I'm just checking it out, see how the progress has been. I really enjoyed this game and I think it has tremendous potential. Hopefully you will enjoy the videos too. Okay, so that's burning. Man, you cannot even believe this is on the fastest pace, and I feel like we are not moving at all. At all. We are building up the energy extremely slowly. Yeah, this is horrible. 27. We don't have the reputation in order to claim these buildings. 36 waste. 26, 27, 21, 5. Stores lots of fuel. That would be beneficial. 9,000 fuel. I would have to use most of my... Oh my god, why do we have so many idle people? Oh yeah. Fairly simple explanation. Let's claim this as a storage fuel or storage for our fuel, so that all the surplus which we are making is gonna be able to be stored somewhere. Yeah, the worst case scenario is this building gets blown up. It's just gonna take away with it just these ruins. So hopefully we're not gonna lose something that crazy valuable. We have way too many idle people. I do not like that. But I also need the council points. So this is like all over the damn place. What can we sell? Let's sell some isotopes. It's gonna help us claim some of these structures, so I can strip them down. 23, 11 stores lots of fuel. Let's strip down this building. 52 minerals. I should have gone with this one. This thing can store also crazy amount of fuel too. Once this is done, wait, is it already able to? Yeah, it's already full of fuel. Okay. So we need twice as many influence points, and that's gonna allow us to take 50 points of minerals, getting us even closer to our next goal. I'm seriously at this point considering doing a headquarters here if we break down this building and tap into the mineral deposits here. I'm counting at least 200 minerals just out of here, plus the isotopes, and this only costs us 20 influence points to claim, so it might be extremely beneficial for us. 18. Come on, come on, come on. 20. We need to get there. Because I need the resources and we need to build better defense system. One turret is not gonna cut it. If something's gonna show up from this end, I'm in real trouble. Should be able to recruit someone now. At least I hope so. In 6 hours. Big question. Yeah, we have to wait those 6 hours. This being done. We have 3.8 thousand energy stored. Let's prioritize this. Hopefully we have the isotopes stored around here, so they're gonna be able to build it, because if we do not move our asses, we're gonna be out of juice. And if we are out of juice, all this stuff out of here is gonna shut down too. So the pylons are not gonna be able to transfer energy. And because the pylons are not gonna be able to transfer energy, you can already see what's happening. We are like semi-losing control over this location, and it's really not good. It's still cheaper to do this than to try and do anything like building a new one. Despite the fact that I really need to build an HQ somewhere around here. So once this is done, we still need to drop off a couple of isotopes. Those 2 additional people. Yeah, you can even see that the employee limit is jumping in and out of existence. So this is really not good. This is really not good. But unfortunately, I cannot afford more buildings, which would allow me to produce a surplus of energy. Upgrading the energy plant is definitely going to be a step towards the brighter future. In this case, literally, yes, it's gonna allow us to just start pumping out surplus of energy. And now we should be able to get back to where we were at. So we're gonna lose in 20 something in-game minutes the funds which we are using right now. And I'm thinking about claiming this and building in its place. I think I'm gonna go with the 4 artifacts since we have only 5 of them. And if we then build the HQ over here, we should have a decent access to mineral deposits. And those mineral deposits should theoretically help us build another turret. I'm thinking about building it somewhere around here. And put down back the 2 guys for the smokestack. Looks like the danger level has increased. However, in here we still have no pollution, so we should be a-okay. Okay, so command center, huh? Hopefully this is gonna work out for us. It's a big gamble, but so far every step has been just that. A big gamble. Because I wasn't sure if there's gonna be anything here. We were coming across surface isotope deposits all the time. Can still renew this extraction. I don't know if we have any idle workers. But I really need to get these resources up and running. And I hate the fact that, for example, this is only so far transporting the junk towards the smokestack. If I would theoretically be able to take apart this structure over here, it would help me out, as that way the additional stuff would be transferred. So I think about dismantling this too, and that way the transferred items will be able to be shipped around through here. I'm not really sure how I will keep on building up our road system, but it seems like it needs to be a mechanic for something that can help us do stuff. Okay, this building has 50 minerals. I definitely do want that, even despite the fact that I'm looking at all this right now. The thing is that this costs me less influence points. Come on, fellas, work. Should be able to, if we sell... how do we want to do this? Did we also expand the floor? No, we did not. That sucks. Okay. So we aren't able to employ all of our people. That's the most unfortunate thing. If this is gonna be done, question is if this can reach, or if I'm gonna be forced to make another pylon. Probably will have to build a pylon. This thing, however, only requires 2 isotopes, so I don't care about that. It's super cheap. I have not noticed any option for me to do research, get cheaper construction done or something. And the refinement of the resources, I have been holding out on that because right now everything is telling me if I want to build a turret, it only requires those isotopes, it only requires that, and so the raw material seems to be working right now the best for all of these cases. So it's really confusing the living hell out of me, to be perfectly honest. Like, what's the point of me trying to do this if we don't get the benefit out of refining these things? How are you? 16-3 and that. I want to start saving up the influence points for all of these mineral patches, honestly. Question is, how much of this stuff is gonna be here? And what is exactly this? Because this looks seriously like some sort of isotope mine deposit of sorts. There is lots of minerals to be extracted here. So we should be able, straight out of the way, to claim 2 of these patches. These 2 seems to be fairly rich. So that's over 100 minerals just from these 2 patches. We have the influence. Just need to get the command center up and running and the energy pylon too. So let's prioritize these 2 tasks. And if we acquire the necessary stuff, hopefully we will be able to transfer the monitored boxes from within the headquarters inside of the factory, and instead of having the living quarters inside of the factory, have them moved into the actual civilian building. So this thing can hold how many people can it hold would be awesome thing to actually tell me, to be perfectly honest right now. But we will have to figure that out. Okay, pylon seems to be running. We need those damn minerals. I don't know where they are moving them from. Oh my god, all the way from here. That's awesome. We are really stretched thing with the resources. I hate that. When I played this, and you're gonna hear this if you're gonna check out the playlist for the revisited Industries of Titan, it has been 10 times easier to spread around the map, build buildings, and just get things done. Like this crazy change of how much the buildings cost and everything. It has really killed the pace of the game, and in a lot of cases, if people decide to pick up this game, either in early access or when it's fully released, it's gonna affect lots of people to decide if they're gonna stick with it or if they're gonna try to look for something easier, more convenient, and maybe more up to their liking. It's really hard to tell right now. Really hard to tell. And I would love it if we would actually come across a surface deposit of minerals for a mine so that we have a steady income of minerals. Because this has semi-paid off. We're gonna definitely try to claim all these resources since I'm here. We're gonna survey all these buildings. And we're gonna start claiming all this mineral deposit if we have the necessary funds for it. This is gonna keep a lot of the employees up working. We're gonna be able to start accumulating minerals. Unfortunately, I'm not happy. This one deposit with 32 minerals is out of reach. And that is an issue. We came across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 2 more mineral deposits. Could have been better, could have been worse. 23 minerals. We're gonna try to claim all of this, and we're gonna see if it's gonna allow us to get things rolling. I definitely need a defense turret. It's much easier to manage the defense turret than to have the ship built, because for the ship you actually do require the refined resources. But since I never have enough of just the basic minerals, I cannot afford to start spending the raw minerals and turn them into the refined minerals. So it's just a locked cycle of madness. So this is gonna be truly interesting. Can we claim it? Not yet. We're gonna also have to make sure that we are able to get things done. Okay, we should have been able to pay the employees. So I want to make sure that we have 18 employees. That's already squeezing our wallet kind of dry. Okay, let's claim this and let's put down the person to work here. This is gonna allow us to claim lots of resources, and the thing is, I'm gonna have to use the influence points in order to get more money right now. That is until we are able to increase our population. Because if I were to spend the 1 grand that we have for the salaries on the residential structure, which I cannot yet build, our employees can theoretically like quit, and if I lose my employees and all this stops, it's just a dead end to which we get. So what do we find in these buildings? Lots of useless stuff. We are also running low on isotopes. If I were to upgrade this, we would have reached even this unit or this deposit, and even some of these additional buildings. Oh man, this is gonna be tricky. I was really hoping that there would be more minerals. Okay, so fuel and this, those are fine at least in the meantime. Threat level is what's my current focus. That is the thing which is scaring the living hell out of me. Let's get the money in. And then we're gonna start mining for the isotopes. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batches. Still being extracted. 47, 22, 39, 39, 44. Doesn't seem like we have any idle workers currently too, so that's awesome. 2 people in here. The trash is being emptied out. Well, somewhat something. This is still being fully stacked up with the trash. Question is, where else would we expand the road to lead to, and what would it facilitate to do so? I don't know how to increase the influence cap to go higher than 100. And this would help me to increase how many influence points we are generating, as currently we are at 4.1 per minute, which is extremely slow. Especially if we want to do a whole bunch of stuff simultaneously. And I hate the fact that we cannot survey this building because I'm missing 2 tiles. If I would want to build a command center, I think I'm gonna have to put the fuel storage elsewhere, and we're gonna have to salvage this eventually. I'm not really that crazy about being here once all these minerals and isotopes have been taken out of this region. So we will have to come up with some sort of plan of what the hell to do with this. This has 34 minerals, that's also decent. We're able to start moving towards the 200 mark. So population office requires 300. Fudge. But if I would be able to build, theoretically, the residential structure, and being able to remove these hubs or habitat pods from within, and we would be able to turn them into the monetization stations, that might help us out. I would rather get one of these with the 23 in them. 22, 19, 17, 15, 23. We'll be able to claim this soon. Okay, so let's claim it. Let's get the isotopes, because we are running super low. 200s. Want to do this. We're at 84%. I honestly really need to build another turret. Problem is, where would I build it so that it would protect a lot of buildings? Because if this pylon goes down, it all goes down. Is I don't think we're gonna be able to get to 400 minerals from this location alone. Additional 26, 34. 30 pieces of influence in order to claim the land. Or each of these ruins of higher level. Actually expand our reach? It looks like so. Awesome. We're going to be able to tap into these other buildings, hopefully. And hopefully there's going to be something useful in them. It doesn't look like we were able to reach anything here, unfortunately. Maybe these buildings are going to hold something that's going to help us out. 25. Really want to get this building. 290. Okay, let me see, what did you guys find in here? 12 and 2 artifacts. 21, 5, 11, 2 artifacts. 12, 4, 1 artifact. 11 and 2 artifacts, so that's artifacts. 2016. Okay. 52! Haha! Yes, please. 22, 3, and 10. If it will be possible, sure. It's fairly close. This is horrible building. The soundtrack should be longer, at least the loop. There's like way too many moments when absolutely no music is playing. And that sucks, because the soundtrack is really good. I don't even know if you can actually purchase the soundtrack, since I bought this from the Epic Store. I am not that well versed in its inner workings. I do know how to find soundtrack and other stuff on Steam, of course, but yeah. And if I get the soundtrack on Steam, I can then potentially use it for some videos and such. How about here? Let's salvage this building. We're gonna need artifacts too, isotopes. Gonna need to get more of those. Look at this. We have 0 trash in this storage. We have mostly minerals here. That is so awesome. I'm really thinking energy cost is 24. And it's gonna put our entire infrastructure again into shambles. Energy plant would consume almost half of our fuel production. Fuel turbine requires 200. This is not fun. The thing is, if we have access to the second turret, and I were to build it, for example, somewhere around here, where it can defend all of these buildings, and these ones are, well, unfortunately gonna be left out to see if the enemy decides to show from this direction or some other direction. Those are resources which, I don't know. I mean, we can have the turret built there and it doesn't have to be utilized, such as this one. But that's a big if. That is a big if to ask. And also it would burn through our power. Man, the choices, the choices. Let's salvage this structure. This one has minerals. We still have 8 artifacts. There were still some buildings which were better to be salvaged purely like this one for artifacts. Like, I don't want 11 units of trash. The smokestack is burning through this stuff, thankfully. So maybe once that is also like reduced, we can shut it down so the air clears out a bit. But again, we have an issue. I will require another fuel turbine, which will have to be built somewhere in here. And I will require fuel storage, and I will require another power plant. All that stuff alone. So we have power plant, 200 minerals. Fuel turbine, 200 minerals. And we have also fuel silo, that's 50. So that's almost 500 minerals, which I have no idea how I'm gonna claim. That's gonna be tricky to pull off. Thinking the second turret is gonna go here. Like this. And we're gonna upgrade it. Let's prioritize it. And we're gonna upgrade it also a couple of times. I'm gonna try to claim this patch as isotopes in order to help mine this out and improve our overall numbers, because we have kind of depleted majority of the resources in order to get this up and running. Thanks to the fact that the minerals were all in here, it was almost done instantaneously, as now they're just carrying the remaining sources of minerals which we have all over the place. Soon I will be able to claim this. If I would be guaranteed that in here I can just keep on producing fuel and the enemies will not come from this side of the map, that would be awesome, but I don't have that guarantee, so I cannot really rely on this. These are some massive cracks. But this thing has this green stuff, so that's why I'm thinking the isotopes must be in there. Salary-wise, we are looking good. We need 4 people. This is gonna bring 3 people, but it's also gonna give us some minerals to work with, so who knows. I would love to have more employees, honestly, but trying to decide what to do and where to do and how to do. Need to strategize the living hell out of this in order to make sure this is all gonna work out. Need 10 more minerals over here. Unfortunately, we have nothing in the storage in here. We have just isotopes in here. So this is primarily right now used in order to supply the smokestack. And that's also not gonna be able to work forever if we burn through all this stuff so fast. Fun stuff. First we had the issue that we weren't able to get rid of it, and now we are almost running out of trash. How fun is that? How fun is that? Okay, the turret is being done. We're gonna require isotopes in order to upgrade this. Let's see how the energy is handled. That's bad. We need 36 isotopes in order to make this thing work, and the problem is we need even more sauce in, or more juice in the system. The thing is, we now do not have the minerals, so I'm gonna run out of fuel or energy before we are able to do this. I can theoretically try to save this by going in here and trying to build something which would increase our fuel productive or energy production. So this is like a temporary solution. Really bad temporary solution, might I add. Also, I would be able to break down these things. So these things should be able to be scraped for some minerals. And if we build this damn thing, we should be at equal level with energy production. So surprise me, shock me, put me in awe. And hopefully we will not run out of all the energy which we are currently producing. Awesome. And the turret is not even manned. It's just due to the fact that it's in the grid. It's already taking energy. It would be awesome if we can like shut it down somehow without it having to consume the power. So the next thing which we will need to take a look at is building another energy plant. So that's 200 minerals, which I'm gonna have to pull from God knows where. Awesome. 34 minerals. I like that. 26, 36 trash. Honestly, the fact that there's trash, I do not even care right now, because we have barely 500 pieces of trash for the smokestack to be burning through. Issue is if we are gonna have necessary resources out of this region in order to be able to do just about anything at this point. 16, 3, and 10. Seems reasonable. You can take the isotopes too. And now that we have surplus, let's do this. Seriously needs to be a better way to do this, and these guys, if they would be able to tell me something else.
Really slow things down. They'll make fuel for you when the reserves run low, and all the...
So unfortunately, after a certain time, these NPCs aren't able to tell you anything else. We have one isotope in the storage. That's awesome. Thing is, in the overall experience right now, we are constantly low on just about anything. This has isotopes and waste. This has isotopes and waste, but it has relics. This has just waste and isotopes. This has minerals, so this seems like a reasonable purchase. This has isotopes too, or minerals. This has minerals 21, 12, so I'm gonna go with this one for 20. This thing has 10. Costs only 10. I'd rather get this for the 21. And this is kind of looking sparse, so that's why I'm more looking towards this region over here with what God knows what this is. And this large ruin, if we would be able to scrape like 200 pieces of minerals. Just from that thing alone, I would be ecstatic. Okay, let's upgrade the second turret. So these two regions should be fairly covered. Unless the ship is standing like here and shooting this pylon, then I'm screwed. But the energy will still go through the 7th one to the 6th one, so we should not lose the control over all of this. And why does it also look like it's draining energy right now? Wait, you have already upgraded this thing? Awesome. Well, we are in deep trouble. Nope. Really hate the fact of how I'm switching through the floors. What we need is more juice. Somehow. +9. That is not gonna cover it. And I don't even have the freaking room for it. And if I build it like here, then the conversion centers will not be even able to function. So what the hell am I supposed to do with this dysfunctional Tetris that I got myself in? This is not gonna do too much. I just need way too many resources in order to build the next power plant, and we aren't able to get there fast enough. The battery is thankfully holding us alive right now, but I would rather for the enemies to show up and do whatever terrorizing they plan on doing, die, and then for me to be able to reset and rethink some of these things. 81, we need 200 for an energy plant. This is driving me crazy. Like I said, if we try to go to the different type, it's still asking for different variations, and it's just doesn't matter if it's refined or unrefined. It still wants 200 pieces. What to do, where to run. 17, 18, 23, 11, 20. I guess we'll have to go with this one. 16. Yeah, those mineral deposits were sweet. This one would help me out greatly. If I would upgrade this, we would be burning through even more energy as is. I would be able to get here, but that's 32 minerals only. Those 32 minerals only are not gonna be enough for me to build the other power plant. How the hell am I gonna do this? I could theoretically try to salvage this situation by going to the upper floor of the HQ. And what I would have to do is build this in here. And that's gonna solve our energy for now, but it's a bad solution because it's binding our minerals for a micro solution to a macro problem. So the scales are not equal enough, and I'm not happy with that. 18. Let's go probably for this. These two structures. We're gonna have to do. And yet again, I'm afraid we are gonna run into the pickle that there aren't simply enough resources for us to scrape in order to get to the next stage of our expansion. I would have to definitely upgrade this command center. And if we do not get these two freaking power plants up and running... You see, combat floor. There is a combat floor if you upgrade it enough. We first need these two things to be built. Unfortunately, we cannot prioritize them. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna build the bridge and the relay like this. Come on, guys. You're in some deep trouble here. Build these two, please. Should be able to scrape enough minerals for that, right? So now we have managed to resolve this. 95%. It's a question if the additional turret is gonna do anything good. Because if like 2 ships or something show up like they did last time, and if they're gonna come especially from here, I can lose quite a lot of stuff. We can have the buildings burrowed. That's the awesome thing. Oh my god, we need even credits for that. Son of a biscuit. What can I give you? We're gonna need credits in order to either fix or burrow the buildings. Awesome. Problem here is immediately after I have somewhat of a influence, I'm spending it in order to scrape together pieces and bits of mineral resources, which is just awful. The thing is, these two HQs here are overkill. This one can remain. These just need to be scraped down for the necessary resources. And we can break down this thing in order to build it elsewhere, like here, and see what's over there. Hopefully there's gonna be something decent. Because I don't mind losing control over some of these tiles. I just want to make sure we get all the valuable stuff out of there. That's all I care about right now. Okay, you know what? Let's call in the 2 guys so that these turrets are already manned. Upgrades. We would need 108 isotopes in order to upgrade this thing. Improves building's functionality. It, however, disables the building in its process. Yeah, we know that. We need 2 tickets. We are getting money somehow. Don't ask me how. Bro, we need 2.1 thousand in order to pull that off. Awesome. We have 2 something thousand just in case, so that we are able to start fixing things. The thing is, even if I would have saved the game, I'm not really sure if the enemy would then, if I would load up the save file, come from the same direction, so that this turret can be located over here, or build next to the freaking HQ so that it's better protected. Hard to tell. I don't think we're gonna see a shipment of one person with a bunch of minerals. The starport is not that keen on helping me. $140. Okay, we are making some progress.
I hurt you only to stop you from hurting our Titanians. If you stop converting, I'll stop fighting. You go first.
Oh, fudge, this is a bigger ship, huh? Don't do that. Don't attack my battery. What the hell? This is gonna be tricky. If I lose the battery, we are so screwed. So he's just flying all over the damn place, doing whatever it wants. Are you kidding me? Can I salvage this structure? Stop attacking the freaking pylon. The best time we had was when two turrets were attacking this ship simultaneously. But the turret is... I'm so glad I actually built this turret over here right now. This sucks. This really sucks. We're not gonna get all the minerals out of it, and that's horrible. I can claim this or this. 1823. I'm gonna probably want to go for this. 16, 19, 19, 18, 19, 19. So these two would be nice as well. We're gonna be able to protect this freaking pylon at least. Awesome. Question is there gonna be another ship? No. Okay. So after we extract majority of the isotopes located in this location here, we're gonna be breaking down the command center and the energy pylon in here. And we're gonna be moving somewhere in this general location. And maybe even this command center, and no, this command center needs to remain here due to the control over this structure. Okay, I can live with that. But the influence and everything else in the meantime, that's bad. Okay, let's let the two guys leave their post. Theoretically, we can actually start working on... Yeah, we need this, the energy plant. Because if I build the energy plant, I can... Damn it, it would be awesome if I can restore the freaking energy depot. This thing only cost me 50, but this thing is more important. You know what? I think I'm gonna build it here. And when we get 50, we're gonna build the storage, the battery. Just need to have everything repaired. Repair all. Money-wise, we are doing fine. Salvage this. I'm considering upgrading this so we can tap into the minerals in here, because that's gonna allow us to build the damn energy depot. And I'm gonna try to build the energy depot somewhere over here so that it's right between the two turrets. So like here into this slot, and so two turrets would be able to shoot at any ship that would decide to mess with it. Hopefully the additional buildings which we reach into are gonna have some decent resources as well. So surprise me with something amazing, please. We need minerals. We need minerals. We're gonna need 20 influence points in order to gather that. Isotopes are being carried. This is gonna start working. There needs to be some sort of ambient music. Okay. Maybe someone's listening to me at least while I'm playing this. It feels like there's just like 5 tracks in the loop. So that's most unfortunate. So I do wonder what this obsidian ruin is gonna be like. If it's like this one where you need 120 points in order to claim it. That's gonna be bad. Let's build the energy plant in here, and we're gonna go and dismantle this. God damn it, don't do this. And how's this looking? No, this is fine. We need to go into the HQ where we build these. So these are gonna be dismantled since we are having 2 power plants now running simultaneously. And we're gonna require another fuel turbine. And potential fuel storage too. I don't know if I can rely on this thing. This is gonna have people working here. This has now an employee to operate, so that's awesome. Considering getting more employees, getting up to 20 of them. They're now breaking down these resources, but because they are not in any storage, they are not accounted for, so I don't really know how many resources am I sitting on in here. Let's dismantle the trash storage too. So let's use 2 artifacts to get 2 more employees. It's gonna get us to 9 citizens, right? Yeah. So we are able to get 3 people? Not really sure that's gonna be a possibility. That battery, right? We need that battery. Oh, and I said I want to build it here so it's in between these 2 lines of fire. Is this extracted fully yet? Or no, not really. No, not really. Okay. We have decent mineral deposits in here. 72! God damn! Okay. It also can store quite a lot of energy, but I'll take the 72 minerals. That's awesome. I want that building. Come on, guys. Let's get there. It looks like we are able to survey also these things. Totally forgot. This thing has 14 isotopes, 18, 16, 19, 19. Yeah, but we now don't have the influence. 3 people and minerals and waste. I'll take it. I will take that anytime. question is, there's that room which we have created if they eventually break down this generator. God damn it. Also, if I would break down these fuel tanks, this would create some potential room for me to store people here, maybe. This trash needs to go out. Surveys are being completed. 6 and 30. Oh my god, that's horrible. 12, 6 something. This has just waste in it. 11, 4. These are old buildings which we had access. 32, I'll take that. I'm just looking right now at the mineral deposits. It's pretty stupid, but we are in this really bad situation right now. Theoretically, we can salvage these two. If we were to extract these isotopes. This one seems most worthwhile. Out of all the deposits, it's the richest one. And then we can withdraw from here, leaving... Wait. Yeah, we would still have the grid connected through here. So these two buildings can be scavenged. They can be relocated over here. And that would give us the room to tap into whatever is located over there. Because I don't know if there is even a point for me to try and reach the edge of this map. Can still upgrade even this. We do have the resources. It would allow us to expand our outreach and maybe tap into even more buildings, so why the hell not? When in Rome, right? The problem is the pace. It's just it's a killer. Maybe if we would have access to this thing, but the problem is I need a fuel turbine. We can theoretically try to upgrade this. We do have 10,000 units in storage so that the energy can be up and running. And there is still rich atmosphere of this stuff. I mean, we are talking 90-something%. So I think it's easier for me to just dump in 30-something isotopes in comparison to have another turbine being built. Because I simply cannot afford the minerals. This is so stupid. Why is that the case all the damn time? Yeah, man, that did not work out. Unfortunately, these buildings are still out of range. Over here, 34 and 36, I'll take it. Not crazy about the trash, but honestly we have like 300 something units of it. So I can actually live with that. We have one idle employee. Oh, we need to put them to work, huh? This has 32 pieces of minerals. Let's go for it. We have minerals in here. We're gonna have to take the artifacts out of this one. I don't even care about this building. It has absolutely nothing. 11, 4, 15. This one with the 26 is calling my name. What would it cost to upgrade you? 9 isotopes. Our only battery. I don't know if it's better to actually have more of these batteries because they only cost those 15 minerals. Upgrade even more, 108 isotopes. Wow. Where would we build another HQ? I really want to tap into this thing. Which is afraid it's gonna... Okay, 50 resources to claim it. Huh. Okay. 26. 22. We need 30 for that. Can we thirdly sell isotopes? And then just extract more out of the influence. We are not giving away that many isotopes which we can get out of one of these mineral deposits. Like, I wonder if it would be better for me to record like 2 hours and just keep jumping half an hour forward each time something happens. Because I want this to be entertaining for you as well. But I'm enjoying myself a lot. But I need also content for the channel, and lately it's just been all over the place with me. In case you have not noticed. But I really want to resume to the comparison videos. It's just gonna take forever to get the footage for them, and I haven't made up my mind as to which games to compare yet, because I have like a long list of games to compare, and it's just the fact that if I were to commit to some of these titles, it will take time for me to get the footage, and it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But I'm already working on one thing which I want to at least finish. So I'm gonna have to see how everything turns out. So hopefully in the meantime you're gonna at least enjoy this. If not, then I was horribly wrong. Which would be most unfortunate. Because this is a really fun game. It's just... There are these mechanics which, if you are short on time or are easily irritated, it's gonna be annoying for people to put up with this BS, and I'm not sure if they would be willing to stick with it for the long run. That's the thing which I'm afraid of. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna do the pylon up in here. And we're soon gonna be able to afford an actual command center over here. But one of these, or maybe even two of, well, one of them needs to stay here. What if I would disassemble this one, build the basic one? Stores 5. Yeah, we can have quite a lot of fuel stored in here. Yeah, we will also need more turbines. Let's build the sucker here and let's see what this thing is. Hopefully by the time this gets done, since it's gonna take them forever to transfer the minerals out of God knows where, we're gonna at least accumulate those 50 points of influence which we need in order to claim it. Let's dump the artifacts into this and turn it into storage. This way, if I keep this HQ and just disassemble these 2 buildings after we claim the isotopes, I don't really care about the minerals of tier 3 or the 4 artifacts in here. I want to get these raw resources out of here, and that's it. I don't know if I want to be going towards the edge. It looks like right now going to the side of the map is gonna be the key of our survival and a key of acquiring more resources in general. There aren't that many minerals left in here. There's just isotopes and trash, and that's not really good. We have 32 minerals sitting over here. I would kill for those to be moved around so that we can build roads or just about anything. We're storing 10,000 and 10,000. And this has not been even done so that we are up to those 15,000 because this seems to be right now prioritized. We have repair, cleanup, construction, ruins, move resources, dismantle, and processing at the lowest tier. We can employ 8 people. 4 of them are sitting on their asses. I'd really love to change that. Now there should be room over here. And this is still not disassembled. And this is gonna burn through our last minerals. 8, this is gonna get us up to 11 at least. And I would still need to build a freaking relay. This one relay, I'm not sure if it can actually power all of these. Because if I would be able to move this one to go over here and then have one go over here, then we might be able to power everything. Well, the isotopes are right over here, but you need to... You just took the resources from the monetization station, seriously? Why are you bringing that stuff? Are you taking it to the command center, or what's happening? Okay, we have... Look at this. 24, 22, 30... We really need to change, repair, move resources needs to go up. What are you doing? Move resources. Construct 2, ruins, repair, clean up, dismantle. So now they should start moving all this stuff, hopefully. I really hate the fact that there's no better way to do this than buy them to move it one by one like a total goofball. Because it's taking a whole eternity. I might just have to shut up for a while and talk to you once the HQ is done, so we can see if we can do something with this goddamn large ruin over here. And so I did. So this looks exactly like something for which we would need mine. This literally looks like a node of isotopes, so that's awesome. Question is, what do we get if we survey this large sucker? I'm really hoping there's like a crap ton of minerals, or we are royally screwed. It took forever to get this done because I have changed the priorities on my workers. We still have like quite a lot to clear out here, but right now what I'm doing is trying to move all the trash from within. And I have been able to build the monetization stations here. So I'm trying to move these things. I'm trying to have the generator disassembled in order to accommodate more citizens, so that we can eventually build the damn building for the populace and have them live here. Further away from the smokestack, which is currently not being worked because we are down to like 200 something waste. But right now all this waste needs to be transferred into here, because as you can see we have just like 37 pieces of minerals, something out of the other stuff. Please prioritize this thing. And for this we are definitely gonna require the production and a mine. and that would be placed over this. However, I would rather kill for a mine for minerals rather than mine for isotopes, because we can get plenty of isotopes over time out of here. There's just way too many deposits in our area of control. I'm gonna have to cancel out some of these things, definitely these two. But being able to at least transfer this junk now is gonna help me out tremendously. It's gonna clean out this thing inside, and that's gonna be a great help to us. God damn it, I wanted to take a look at the upper floor. Yeah, because this is just totally full. I would also prefer if I can put away all of this waste. It's totally pointless for me to keep it in here. And maybe then we would be able to break down eventually all of these generators and have it on the macro scale. Because I cannot make up my mind if I want to have another turbine for the fuel as the next structure done, or the 49 and 40 and 8 artifacts. Now let's go for the minerals. We are screwed on them. So as you can see, I'm always stuck between the choices. I might try to do maybe one more episode for this. I'm really enjoying the game, but it has some issues with the pacing and how you have to steadily keep progressing one step at a time and 2 steps back in order to make sure that you get at least somewhat somewhere. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how this is gonna evolve. I might try to upgrade this too in order to have a further reach out and tap into some other resources, but honestly, I don't need isotope deposit over here when I can just simply build a mine over this thing. That is, if it would of course allow me to. So yeah, that's the thing. If you did like this one, give it a big thumbs up. And for more fun content like this, make sure to subscribe if you're not yet. And if you're still watching by some miracle until this point, I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day, and hopefully I will see you all at the next one. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there in the meantime, and bye-bye for now.